So I'm back. Basically when I was doing my Sunday analysis, these trades they had a pullback to the 0.25, but notice how after that, um, like we had a pullback and a rejection here, but the rejection was on Friday. So we need one for this week, right? Because we're starting and it starts at 7 p.m. That's when the week starts for us at 7 p.m. right here. But notice at 7 p.m., none of the candles will give us a rejection candle, fail to close against, or like a sign of strength candle, fail to close above the point 43 right here again. Oops, let me draw this properly on here. Fail to close above the 0.43 and it's not an engulfing or anything like that. So price is just like we've got the rejection like we wanted, but we didn't get the confirmation at the time. So same thing there. 4 hour, 4 hour needs to shift. So maybe at 7 it'll shift. And then when it does, what the heck? No, I think this did shift. Did it? Yep, right here it went bearish. So we were looking for the 4 hour to have a pullback. It pulled back to here, and then at 7 p.m. we got the signal, and then we would be looking. So this one was actually good. Because we got the engulfing signal at 7 p.m. So even though this was like obviously this failed to close below the 0.43, because it's a rejection signal, because it's an engulfing, right? It's overpowers all of that. So the rejection strength level doesn't matter because it's an engulfing that shows the strength right there, right? So anytime after that, we would then jump in or even at 7 p.m. Let's see if we get the shift structure and everything we need. So break and looks like we got one here at 4:45 a.m. At 4:45 a.m. we got a rejection and a retest. So right here. Perfect. Structure from here, stop loss would be above. So technically, the only thing is like this is at a lower low now, right? I think that's the whole problem with it. We need to have price to give us all of this within the range, not at a new lower low. So that's why we couldn't take that. So this is why we need the 4 hour to have a deeper pullback so we can have all of this set up properly to do that, or at least pull back and give us a signal here. So that's just something we can notice on there. And yeah, it's good to notice that. Gotta rewatch that. This one here does actually have everything that we needed, right? Like it had the pullback and rejection from here. This was still, this rejection doesn't count because this was all the way like in Friday or on Friday, sorry. But we still had a pullback to the area of interest. But here, at 11 p.m., we did get the um confirmation. So we get an engulfing right there. So that is a sign of strength right there with the engulfing. Um, and then we'd be looking after we got the engulfing. So the engulfing happened from 11 or from 11 to 3, right? So basically we have to start looking here. So at anything after 3 or around the end of 11, like if it closed at 3 or a little bit before 3 or after 3, then we're okay. You'll see what I mean. So where are we at 3? Right here, we're at 3. Okay. So, okay, we got we actually, okay. This right here. This right here is the retest, but we didn't get the rejection yet because the rejection confirmed at 3 a.m. So we got the entry, but we didn't get the rejection. And because of this engulf in here, the way this pulled back, even though this, like this, yeah, no, no. Yeah, it just wasn't like this would have been it here. However, like I said, we didn't get the rejection until 3 a.m. That's when it was confirmed. So if it would like landed at 3 a.m. engulfing like that, which it kind of did, but I just don't like the way this did it. Like, how is it gonna reject and then come back, invalidate? This alone here is a rejection of the zone we broke by over a lot. So this it makes this an improper retest because this breaks on here, and this makes this an improper engulfing because we had an improper retest. And this entry here was invalid because we didn't have the confirmation of the rejection candle yet. And it all didn't happen at once either. So this we can't enter. This is why we couldn't have entered this. Even though everything looks good on here, we just need to make sure those other things check off as well too. Um, yeah.